terms of story in general. Did I come up with the world first or the story first? And truthfully, it's kind of a chicken and egg situation. Yes, I came up with a lot of the world first, but no matter how much advanced world building you do, you're eventually going to get to a part in your story where you're like, oh, I had not considered that yet. And then you're going to have to, you know, either fake it or stop and like build it up properly. So yeah, back and forth. I probably did more world building ahead of time than a lot of authors. But yeah, I absolutely make a chunk of it up as I go. In between the first draft and the second draft, in terms of the Wise Man's Fear, you know, like I invented most of the court stuff that happens in Seven. You know, like the entire tradition of the name rings, I came up with on a revision. The initial draft of his time in A. Demre was 3 chapters long. So, like, I probably added 80,000 words. I wrote pretty much a whole novel, a whole short novel of just his time there, because my editor said, your readers will be disappointed if this is all that they get, and she was right. So I fleshed that out appropriately to show off the other culture. But, so yeah, it goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. Now, admittedly, I knew a lot about the Edom culture that I simply hadn't put in. But as I wrote it, I also fleshed it out. So again, it's very, very chicken and egg. I don't know if it's different for anyone, any other writer.